Learn a new language and get a new soul. This quote is often attributed to the Spanish poet Juan Ramon Jimenez. Not sure if I got the name right. So I know this is weird, but have you ever felt like a different person when speaking other languages? I recently stumbled upon this thought when thinking about myself. And I know this makes me sound vain, but hear me out. So, as I was thinking about myself, I realized I kind of have a split personality when speaking different languages. And to be specific, English and Chinese. I found this to be super interesting, and so I did some research. Let me share my thoughts with you. So, this journey began when I was a kid. I was raised being taught the English language. I communicated with my parents using English, and I attended Sunday schools and church services that uses the English language. But during my primary and secondary school, I started using Chinese as my main language. And this was because everyone around me, and I mean literally everyone around me, was speaking Chinese. So the question is, how and when did my split in personality happen? To be honest, I did a lot of thinking about my split in personality, and I kept wondering to myself, do I have dissociative identity disorder, which is basically a personality split caused by trauma? It turns out that being bilingual can actually cause you to have different personality for different languages. In a study conducted, they had approximately 170,000 people who spoke both English and Spanish take a personality test with the Big Five framework. If you're not familiar with the Big Five framework, it consists of extroversion, agreeableness, openness, conscientiousness, and neuroticism. The study found that subjects scored higher in extroversion, agreeableness, and conscientiousness when they took the English version of the test. Here's another study done on bilingual women who spoke both English and Spanish. It found that women who were actively involved in both English and Spanish-speaking cultures interpreted the same events differently, depending on which language they were using at the time. I believe there are many more research and studies that have been conducted, but the point I'm trying to make is maybe I'm not weird after all. The research found that this happens because each language has its own unique culture, and people are most likely to associate their personality with the culture of the language. So when a bilingual answer a question in their own native language, they are most likely to answer that question with the values associated with the native language. But when they respond a question in their second language, they may favor norms and values associated with the second language. Okay, so right now, I would like to demonstrate to you guys how this YouTube channel would have read if I speak in Chinese. 1、2、3 let's go! Yo， 大家好，欢迎回到我的 YouTube channel。这一天呢，我们就要讲到我奇怪的性格分裂啊。这个性格分裂呢，是因为沟通因为这个性格分裂呢，是因为语言造成的啊。为什么我会说是语言造成的？你看下去就知道了。OK， 我们继续看下去。1、2、3 let's go！This is literally what I sound when I speak in Chinese. Let me show you guys this old clip that I found in my phone. 大家好，欢迎回到我的频道哟。如果你们是第一次来我的频道的话，记得要订阅我。Okay, so that was embarrassing. Let's move on. So, how did my split in personality happen? I pondered upon the research and linked it directly to the culture, and that was my answer. Ever since I was young, English was used in a more serious or strict occasion. My parents would scold and ask me to stop crying using English. The people who I talked to in church, which is obviously a formal setting, we would converse in English. English in a way became my language when it comes to formal uptight situations, or just my language when it comes to speaking with older people. But when it came to primary and secondary school, everyone started speaking Chinese, and so I adapted and spoke Chinese. But the culture was entirely different from when I spoke English. I realized I was having conversations with people the same age as me. I could just have laid back casual conversations with my friends. A lot of fun things that happened in primary and secondary school was when Chinese was my main language. And so naturally, I associated the Chinese language with a laid-back or casual culture. I naturally started speaking casually when I spoke in Chinese. No, this isn't a conscious decision that I make. It just naturally happens because that's the culture I was raised up in. Although that's the case, I can still make an intentional decision to talk formally when speaking Chinese. But that's that, it has to be intentional. I also found that I am naturally inclined to speak English when giving a speech or a presentation. There was once in my high school year where I had a chance to give a short speech. While everyone presented their speech in Chinese, I became the odd one when I delivered it in English. I didn't understand the reason behind my decision back then. But now, as I look back, it's probably because I wanted to share my thoughts in a formal manner, and this behavior is associated with English. Soon enough, Chinese became my default language when I was with my friends or when I'm having casual conversations. English also became an automatic language when it comes to presentation, speech, or just any conversation that is in a formal setting. So, this is my story of my weird language personality split. But yeah, I believe many of you will have this question: what will I do with my personality, or should I say personalities? Will I try to unify it and combine it into becoming one or something like that? And the answer is no, because that's who I am. I was raised up this way, and I like how I can just split my personality, I guess. Okay, maybe I didn't mean that, but you get the point. And it isn't that big of a deal, to be honest. There's a minor split, but I can still be casual when speaking English. It's just that maybe my jokes wouldn't be that funny, you know? But anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. If you guys find it interesting, or if you guys have the same feeling with me, leave it down in the comments or just message me. I would love to know that I'm not alone. But other than that, hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching. See you guys in the next one. Bye. I recently stumbled upon this thought when thinking about myself. Dang it.